Okay, today's video is going to be pretty quick. I just want to go over something that I've done that's rather drastic for me, but nonetheless, moved most of my coins over to GOX and cashed some of them out for cash, just in case that big correction that we're all expecting happens. And there's already a few teases, so you never know. Might happen any day now. Might not happen ever. But I did that and then went one step further and got a lot of interest in Crypto today. And just learned that they have 94 different pairs for coins. So I took everything out of here, like I said, put most of it into GOX, and then got into Crypto with, I don't know, like 20 to 30 Bitcoins at the time. And I really, really regret not getting another 100, 200 of my Bitcoins and just going all out with this. I did it as a little experiment to just be like, you know what? A lot of these are at close to zero, just starting. I'm going to invest in a bunch of them. At first, I was like, I'm going to pump 3 or 4. And then I started going through them all and looking at the volume and looking at what each is at right now as far as price. And just started buying like crazy. And then threw in a few other Bitcoins in there. And I've already pretty much doubled. I'm going to actually keep this video going probably for a day before I publish it. And we're going to watch how high this climbs. I've taken a new position on a couple different coins. I've watched the markets do a bunch of stuff. And this viewpoint I have on 2 screens right now is crazy. But this is pretty much my whole portfolio. And you can see what the coins are by the 3 letters in each coin. Okay, it's the next day. And today is the big day. We had our big correction with Bitcoin, GOX, btc-e, all the exchanges. It took a big dive. A bunch of people probably panic sold and got fucked. Whereas I had some of my Bitcoin already in cash on GOX, so I got a couple on the low, and it's already going back up. Now onto Crypto. It won't even load right now, so they're going through tremendous amounts of growth. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this video. This will be the last portion of it because I want to publish it and watch the markets and then compare to this video instead of waiting a month to do all this. So what's happened? Bitcoin corrected pretty big. I'm sure a lot of fear, a lot of panic, a lot of sales, a lot of divorces, a lot of houses being lost, a lot of investments, big holds being lost, and then boom, it spiked right back up. In that time, a lot of stuff on Crypto, everywhere actually, all the altcoins, everyone jumped back out to get their Bitcoins to sell them in fear of a huge crash. And then when it corrected, everyone started jumping back in. And as you guys saw in my previous video, part of the video, I was into 24 coins, up to 67 or so Bitcoins, 60, I forget, somewhere in the 60s. And then I decided to actually get out of everything and get into Quark. The more research I did, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of controversy for this. Don't hate, I'm just making money. I think it's going to go huge, just based on a lot of indicators here. I'm going to walk through them with you guys and explain sort of why I heavily went into Quark. If we look at btc-e, it's probably going to be out of here next, in my humble opinion, because there is so much market cap. It's already at 50 million. It's only at 20 cents. It's getting a lot of buzz by Kaiser, Bill Still, and others I'm sure are going to jump on board. It's finally stabilized and corrected a few times, and this is probably going to be the lowest it'll go. Again, marketing-wise, they're doing great. Forums are blowing up. I would encourage you guys to read right from day one up to now to see how much effort has gone into this. And the fact that public figures are touching it, whether that's a good or bad thing, is up to you guys to analyze. But I'll say that it helps me as an indicator to know that this is for real, and this is probably going to blow the fuck up. So this is probably where I'm hoping I turn myself into a millionaire. I'm going to be a Quark millionaire. On eBay, it's pretty disgusting to see what they're already going for, because there's just a lack of where to get them. Beater and Crypto and Coinsy are the only ones that offer it. There's already big speculation on where the price is going to go to. And the big airing of the Kaiser report with Bill Still will be on the 16th, airing on the 19th or something like that. So I think right around that time, you guys are going to see another huge bubble with this. And anyone that's selling, all the miners that are selling, all the group A types, the miners, the people that were given them for free to spread around the distribution of level A people are probably going to mostly be gone, and it'll all be passed down to us, the early investors, the adopters of the coins from the miners, the first big batch of distribution. So looking at this now and watching it, you know, do a little bit of this, I won't lie, I bought from somewhere in here right up to here. I was one of the ones that bought it at 3 and would have kept buying it, and I instead just kept buying it on the lows. And so now I'm all in to Quark, and I don't want to show my balance. Instead, I'll show the balance once this goes to the next video, and I'll do a part 2 to see where Quark ends up and let you guys know if I became a Quark millionaire. And then there's BTC38. It's listed as the next one to pop. And here's a little tip for you guys. Out of all the stuff that's happening at Cryptsy, and if you'll look at the actual volumes again, and if you look at the charting, and you figure out which ones are doing well, you just might see a correlation between what you see on those Cryptsy or the market cap charts and which new ones have already been added that are doing well. So my bet is you'll see that both of these have recovered really quickly. And my bet is also that once this launches, once all of these launch, there's going to be quite a few winners. But the first one I'm looking at, obviously, is Quark. And I think the Chinese are going to absolutely eat it up because there is that much of a volume available for them to get into, kind of safer than there is by just eating up totally 100% one of these other coins. They know that we've already got 50 mil in there. Also, talk about other silly indicators, but I do use Trollbox Archive, and I do sometimes pull good little tips or warnings or whatever from it. So I look at everything. I don't just look at tools and bots and analytics and charts. I look at social triggers. I look at people. I look at the markets. I look at the creators of the coins. I look at everything from sort of a forest from the trees angle and vice versa, bird's eye and worm's eye views. And like I said, once you see something this popular, where it's popping up in chat logs and people are both loving and hating it, just the fact that there's that much buzz, people are like, stop with that coin, get that scam shit out of here. No, it's not scam, it's been pre-mined because of this, and don't call it a pre-mine. All that stuff contributes to just more and more buzz happening all the time. Something else I also do, as silly as this might be, socially, is Twitter. Since I started this little CryptoPumps account back in April-ish, I had no idea it would grow so quickly. Like this, most of you guys have showed up in the last week or two, really. But I look at a lot of the pump and dumpers too to see what to avoid or what to get into safely, or what to get in, what I'm already in on, and they're going to be pumping it. So I'll just sell orders to be sort of higher than where they are in increments, and let them just eat up my wall on their pumps. Sometimes you do that. You just score where you buy a bunch of coins, sit on them, and every time someone pumps one of the ones you got, just sort of be patient and wait for it, and then set sell orders higher than they are. You'll do well. But looking at who I follow, a lot of these guys have sort of been on the ball since day one. Bill Still, the creator of Quark. So feel free to get in on some of these guys and follow them as well, so you guys can stay up to date with this. And again, I took a huge risk. I know I may eat my shit with this, but I also might add millions to my bankroll through this risky, crazy move. So keep up to date. I'll be publishing more videos soon. And from here, you guys are free to criticize me, because if it starts tanking, you can go, ha ha. And then if it starts going up like crazy, though, I might get to say cha-ching. Have a great day.